In this video, you will learn how to be more mentally tough and emotionally strong. In other words, we are going to talk about how to build strong mental muscle. It will also help you if you have anxiety and don't know how much to face it, and it will even help you to reset your dopamine system a bit. So make sure to stay with me all the way to the end here. Alright, so right from the start, let me tell you, this is something I have been thinking a lot about. Because, well, often when you hear YouTubers talk about something, they talk about what they talk about simply because it's something they too have had to deal with themselves in their life, and most likely still do on some level. This is definitely true for my channel as well, and I often feel a need to tell you guys that I'm not this super strong guy who has his entire life figured out. No, I very much include myself into the group of people who I'm giving advice to. Now, there's a lot of talk about mental toughness out there, and that's good because a lot of things you can find on it is great advice. But there is one part of the mental toughness equation that is almost as important as pushing yourself, and it is often completely overlooked. Again, please stay with me here because what I'm about to say is going to look pretty obvious at first. But then later on in the video, I'm going to reveal a few tricks that have made such a big difference in my life that you do not want to miss this. Okay, so nowadays it is very popular with videos telling you that pressure is good and that it is by pushing yourself that you actually grow. And let's get one thing straight here right away. I 100% agree with this. Pressure is good and we need to push ourselves. But what few people talk about is how smart, strategic rest in between the pressure actually can help skyrocket your result if we do it in a smart way, of course. We cannot forget about resting, because yes, it is true that pressure can make a diamond, but it is also 100% true that pressure can burn you out or even completely break you if you're being stupid about it. Okay, so building strong mental muscles is somewhat like bodybuilding. So imagine you go to the gym because you want a stronger body. Well, all of you who lift already know that it is actually not in the gym that you grow. In the gym, you simply provide the stimuli for your muscle. And then after your gym session, when you rest, it is then your muscles recover and grow stronger. Let's call this the pressure phase, just for the sake of the argument in this video. And then we'll call this phase the strategic rest phase. And strategic rest does not mean that you're lazy. In fact, not using it is stupid. Let's say you think it would be awesome to have bigger arms, and you think that the more biceps curls you do, the bigger you will get. And so you go to the gym 2 times a day, 7 days a week, training your biceps every single time. Well, good luck with that, because you would burn yourself out so fast you wouldn't even know what hit you. So here, the rest and recovery phase is the missing piece. And even though the pressure part is the piece that the modern words lazy people most often tend to avoid, well, that doesn't mean it makes the recovery piece any less important for those who are out there and actually try hard to grow. Heck, even within your gym session, you have frequent rest. I mean, you wouldn't go into the gym and do one continuous 45-minute long bench press set. No, you divide your session into multiple sets and then you rest in between those sets. And even within a given set, you are actually resting a bit as well, because you don't keep your biceps 100% contracted during the set. Even if it's time under tension, you still have to relax your biceps enough in order for you to lower your arm so that you can do another rep and another and another. I mean, it would look pretty funny if you walked into a gym and saw all the big guys there standing still like statues with a dumbbell in their hand, not moving their arms at all. So in order to put in reps, you need to relax a bit between the reps. And in order to do sets, you need to rest in between sets. And in order to do good gym sessions, you need to rest in between gym sessions. And in order to do good gym sessions long term, you need deload weeks where you take a whole week or two where you are training a bit lighter. So you see, within any given rest cycle here, there are actually smaller rest cycles as well. And then they in turn have also even smaller micro rest cycles. Now this is true for almost everything in life. For example, I would be willing to bet that many of you have heard about the potential health benefits of fasting from food. Well, did you know that it is actually after the fast is done and when we start eating again that we get the biggest benefits? Yes, because it's then we replace the old cells that have been eaten by the body during the fast with new healthy cells. So the fasting was kind of like the pressure phase and then the eating the rest phase in terms of your cell health there. I have also talked about how your dopamine system can go harder if you make the first half of your day dopamine driven, with you being in go 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 mode. But then you make the last hours of your day more serotonin driven, where you are doing things in a more mindful way and you relax a bit more. And if we take a dive into science here, by doing this phase here, you will actually help to refill your readily releasable pool of dopamine so that you can go even harder the next day. So in this example, we could call the first part of your day your pressure phase, and then the second part of your day the strategic rest phase. And listen up guys, when I started focusing more on not being stupid with the second phase here, and I literally started to practice resting in order to become better at it, well, I started seeing vast improvements in every area of my life. Even with anxiety and mental toughness, yes. Because, well, just with the gym example, you can then also zoom in on, for example, this phase and use strategic micro rest phases. Let's say I have a trumpet gig at 4 p.m. on Sunday. Well, then what I like to do is to stress my body hard around noon, where I do something like the Wim Hof breathing, followed by pretty intense cardio on my elliptical trainer, followed by a 4-minute ice cold shower. Well, this is a short but very intense stressor to my body. But as those of you who have my online course know, we have Richard Solomon's opponent process graph here that shows an A process here, followed by a B process down here. And the opponent process graph shows that whenever you present a stimulus to your body, in this case then, the A process is the intense stressor, while your body and nervous system kicks in a counter mechanism that is always the complete opposite of the A process. So in this case, the B process is relaxation. Yes, so this means by deliberately stressing my nervous system about 4 hours before my trumpet gig, the B process will be taking place at the exact moment I'm performing, and thus it will help me stay relaxed during my trumpet gig. Pretty cool, huh? Now that's not all, because remember the gym example and that we can zoom in on micro cycles as well. Well, you can do this with pretty much anything in life. And for me, I also zoom in on the 90 minutes that I have my trumpet gig. The music pieces are like the sets in the gym, but then in between the pieces, I deliberately try to relax and calm my nervous system down. And then when I start playing the next piece, I say to myself, okay, it's okay to be nervous now. This is my mental set where I'm building my mental muscles. It's the pressure phase. It's okay. And then again, after that piece, I again try to calm myself down as much as I can and rest before I go to the next piece. And there's even more to it than this. Just like you lower your arm before doing another rep when you're training your biceps, I even divide the music pieces into micro rest phases, because the pieces consists of difficult passages combined with things that are easy for me to play. So during the seconds I play the easier stuff, I lower the dumbbell, and then a few seconds later when the difficult stuff comes, I raise my arm and do the pressure rep. And you can do something similar with almost everything in life. Anxiety, getting stronger, talking to girls if you are afraid of that. Then that's your pressure phase. Refilling dopamine, building muscle, and just pure resilience and mental toughness. And why should you? Because by incorporating strategic mental rest phases, the bigger, smaller, and even on a micro level, you make sure to recharge your mental battery much faster. Because by strategically lowering your arm, you can do another rep after that. And thus you build stronger mental muscles. And by recharging your mental battery faster, you can keep going and performing on such a high level that you will completely surprise yourself when you realize what you are actually capable of achieving. And it's amazing how well it helps you to mentally think of that stressor phase, that hey, this is the stimuli phase now, and I'm allowed to feel nervous. I'm allowed to feel pressure right now. It's actually good for me. But then rest after. And giving yourself permission like this will actually make it a fun game instead of a dreadful event that you are so scared of. Okay, so I hope you found this interesting, and if you did, consider subscribing for similar videos in the future. And if you're still struggling with relapses on your NoFap journey, make sure to take a look at this video right here, as over there I talk about something that has now helped thousands of men quit for good. Just click on that video and you'll see exactly what I mean. This is Scandinavian Bob signing out for today, and as always I wish you all the best in your journey to become the strongest version of yourself.